Hey legends, welcome to Pillar 1 Awaken, Module 1 Identity. The promise of this module is you will create your new empowering identity. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay, the outcomes of this module is you will know exactly who you are. You will absolutely love yourself, and your life will be changed forever. Do the exercises, do the forms, think with purpose, be intentional about your action in this pillar, and you will get results. So, question: who do you identify with? Now, for a lot of people, that might sound like a really, really strange question, but the fact of the matter is, we all identify with certain aspects of ourselves. So take the time now for 30 seconds to just think in your own mind or speak out aloud. Who am I? Who or what do I identify with? Now, the question here is who are you anyway? Now, when we conducted our first session with you guys, in the clarity session, even in the booking call, we always ask the question, so tell me about yourself. Where you at? What's going on for you right now? Why now? Everyone answers. When I say, who are you? What's going on? Oh, I'm a single mom, or I'm a dad. I'm a tradesman. I work in a hospital. I'm miserable. I'm unhappy. I'm a CEO. I'm a manager. I'm not good in relationships. I'm just really frustrated. I'm really stuck. Do you get where I'm going with this? At the moment, what you do is you describe your current situation. Who are you anyway? Isn't your job, your career. It's not how you're feeling. It's not the frustration or misery. Okay, but typically as people, what we do is we identify with these things, our emotions, our career, our titles, our role. I'm a mum. I'm a single mum. I'm a dad. I'm a dad of three. I'm a dad of four. I'm a single dad. Our feedback. I'm no good at sport. I'm a terrible drawer. I'm really bad creatively. I'm frustrated. I'm unhappy. Woe is me. Or our experiences. Okay, who am I? I'm really excited. I'm happy. I'm energetic. I'm passionate. I'm really committed. That's cool. Okay, the question is, we are not what we think we are. All of you on the phone calls all described specifically who you thought you were, but that's not you. These things, they're not who you identify with, but you do. You've identified with these things. That's what you've created. What you've learned out of this process is what you or who you identify with is you get. I'm a dad, I struggle for money. What do you get? A dad, you are that, and you're struggling for money. What do I get? I'm frustrated, I'm happy, I'm really stuck. Congratulations, what do you get? Stuck, frustrated. Okay? This isn't your identity. The fact of the matter is, our distinctions about who we think we are, we then take that on as an identity. Our identity is predicated on the beliefs about ourselves that we hold to be true. Now, it's a very powerful statement. Our identity is predicated on the beliefs about ourselves that we hold to be true. Beliefs that we're formed about ourselves. We all know about beliefs. When we're young, we're very susceptible and vulnerable to taking on disempowering negative beliefs. What we do is we hold on to that. Now we're 40, now we're 50. Rob, this is my belief around this. Based off what? Oh, because when I was 7, when I was 10, when I was 9. Fuck that. At what point are we going to call bullshit on all that stuff and go, that's not a belief, that's something you've chosen to be true about yourself? That not necessarily is true, but you're holding it to be true. Whilst you're holding on to that, this is who you're becoming. This is why your identity is who you are, and this is why you're stuck and frustrated, because we're holding on to all these beliefs that we hold to be true. We haven't tested these beliefs. We haven't tested the hypothesis or the theory about it. We just go, oh, that's me. I have people in their 50s. Rob, I can't study. I can't do an online course. I can't study well. I can't do exams. I say, according to who? Oh, when I was in year 7, Mr. Smith told me I failed my exam, so I've never been any good. Oh, cool. No worries. Okay. You now hold that to be true. So what have you done for the last 40 years? Avoided everything about that belief because you held it to be true. We've got to be really careful about the beliefs. That's why in this pillar 1 awaken, we look at recreating your beliefs. We look at scrapping all our disempowering beliefs and creating new beliefs that empower you, which you can now identify with. Think about it for a second. What beliefs about you as a person, which is shaping your identity, are you holding on to be true right now? But you've never asked the question or you've never tested that. Think about it now. It's powerful. So in this module, the reason we talk about that is because we get you to do a number of activities. Who am I? We get you to write a list of these things down. And you know what? Be courageous. Be all in. If you think you're fucking good looking, put that in there. I'm a beast. I'm so good looking. I'm really clever. I'm really intelligent. I'm really fucking smart. What else are you going to put? I'm ugly. I'm dumb. I'm retarded. No. Who am I? Who are you? Be courageous. Write down who you are. If you do feel that you're not clever, if you do feel that you're unattractive, write that down and let's reflect on that because we're going to change that. We get you to write a dictionary definition about yourself. So if you had a dictionary and they went to page 6 and that was your name, what would it write about you? What would you be able to read about yourself? Now, these exercises, they can be quite challenging. However, don't underestimate the importance of this. It is absolutely critical that we define and know who the fuck we are. How can we be a coach or a mentor if we don't even know who we are? How can we teach other people how to find their own identity and purpose and belief systems if we don't even know and have identified and defined that with ourselves? It is absolutely critical to your growth. If you do not know who you are, you cannot succeed. When you know who you are, you then just be authentic. You stay that person. You don't change. You be your authentic self because your authentic self is what's going to connect with your clients. Absolutely imperative that you know who you are. Do the dictionary definition and then the ID card. It's an exercise. What do I look like? What do people know me as? If I had an ID card, what would I put on there? Okay, so what this is really doing is drawing out the distinctions of who you are as a person. Why? Because identity is huge. We are what we identify with. I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm depressed, I'm frustrated. Congratulations. What do you get? What you focus on? What are you now? I'm really now a depressed person. You then go to a GP, you go to a doctor, I'm depressed. He says, no dramas, here's some pills. Now you're taking pills, other areas of your life are suffering. You can't get out of bed. You're feeling miserable. You're not rocking up for work. Your friends don't want to be around you now. You take more pills. Now you're going to take more pills to supplement the side effects of those first pills. Now all of a sudden, all you know is popping pills and being depressed. Congratulations, this is who you are. This is the identity that you created. This is the person that you are. Why? Because way back when, you misdiagnosed yourself. You didn't have the way or the means to articulate who you are as a person. So you went with depressed. You went with a big bang, the big punch. You weren't depressed. You were slightly frustrated, slightly stuck. Such a better place to be than depressed. You are who you identify with. You identify as a depressed person. You took on the traits. How would it be if you identify as a happy person? Energetic, passionate, fulfilled. See the difference? You identify as that. Your behavior reflects that. Now you're jumping out of bed. You're raring to go. The sun's up. Yeah, cool. Or it's not. I'm getting out of bed. I'm doing my daily ritual. I'm someone who's happy. I love life. I'm passionate. I'm energetic. The power of identity is huge. We are what we identify with. Choose your identity wisely. Why is this important? We all have a story. And the best thing about people, the one aspect I fucking love about people, is we are so unique. Every single one of us is different. Our stories are amazing. I know a lot of your stories already because we've gone through that in the clarity and the breakthrough sessions. People's stories are absolutely amazing and I love listening to it. Similarly, you should be proud of your story. You should be proud of who you are as a person. You should be proud of the journey you've undertaken. You should be proud of all the pain, all the frustration, all the hurt, all the happiness. Everything in your life you should be proud of because you're still here and you're still telling your story and you're still committing to life. You're committing to your success. This is why your story is going to be so powerful. The good thing about story is we can rewrite that anytime we want. Once we have formed our new identity, we write our new story. There is another module predicated purely on story, and it's powerful. Start thinking about who you are as a person. Do the exercises in here, and then later on, we're going to rewrite your story. That's it for this module. There's some exercises in there. Make sure you get them done. Identity is powerful. Think about the identity that you've created already, the identity that's gotten to you where you are right now. Who did you identify with? What traits did you purposely then take on subconsciously to make sure you're consistent with our identity? Because this is what happens. We become what we identify with. Choose your identity absolutely wisely. Anyway, good luck with the module. It's pretty powerful. do yourself a favor and really, really reflect on this and be articulate with the exercises. Do it in the quietness of your home. We've got to start to really nail who you are as a person. You need to know who you are, because who you are is going to be messaging to the world and communicating and changing lives.